Welcome to the deep dive. We're here to really get into the substance behind things. And today we're doing something, well, a little unusual. We're taking a deep dive into some song lyrics. The song's called Born to Run. But honestly, it feels like much more than just a song. It reads like this incredible narrative, just packed with imagery, and big themes. It's described as a ballad, but with these surprising country music and African influences mixed in. Even the title, Born to Run, and those first lines, they pull you right into this landscape. It's quite something. Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah, it's fascinating, isn't it? How these lyrics, even though they're, well, lyrics for a song, they immediately start talking about these really deep universal ideas, things like freedom, what love actually means, and that kind of wild spirit some beings just have. And maybe, that spirit is in us too sometimes. It's a look at what it means to be, well, truly free.
It really sets you on a path from the very first words. The imagery is just stunning. In the heat of dawn, the land awakes, golden light spills over plains, whispers rise from red clay roads where freedom learned her name. You're immediately there in this African setting. But it feels like more than just scenery. It's like freedom itself belongs there, like it started there.
Oh, absolutely. That setting isn't just window dressing. It establishes right away that the freedom this song is talking about is something natural, almost primal. Rooting it in that kind of wild landscape
Yeah.
suggests freedom isn't something given or taught. It's just part of how things are, a basic force.
Okay, so into this landscape, this central figure appears, almost like something out of a myth. She came to us with lion eyes, a cub with fire in her stride. Such power there, but then you get this contrast. Raised by hands that meant no chains, just love beneath the Kenyan sky. Which makes you wonder, right? What kind of love can raise something wild without, well, caging it?
And that's exactly where the lyrics introduce this really interesting tension. It's a core question. How do you care for something that's fundamentally wild? With real love, I mean, but without that love trying to tame it or, own it. The song seems to be exploring a specific kind of love, one that supports, that nurtures, but, crucially, it knows its limits. It's a love that respects the other's nature more than the impulse to control.
Yeah, and that tension really comes through in the pre-chorus. Those metaphors are so vivid.
Yeah.
But you can't hold thunder, you can't fence the rain. When you hear that, what does it instantly say to you? About her, about us maybe. Is there a limit to what we can control, even if we mean well?
Those lines hit you with this undeniable truth, don't they? About the limits of our own will against, well, nature, or a spirit like this. And the next line drives it home. She was never ours to keep, just ours to guide again.
It really pushes back against our instinct to, hold on to what we care about. It suggests that real wisdom, especially with something so free, so powerful, it's not about control, it's about being a guide for a time. Recognizing some things just can't be kept.
And that understanding leads right into the heart of it all, doesn't it? The chorus. She was wild and born to run underneath the African sun. Every heartbeat, every breath spoke of freedom over death.
Wow. It's like freedom isn't just an option for her. It's in her blood. It's existence itself. Exactly. It's fundamental. And that's why the decision they make, letting go, feels so inevitable, so right, even though it's painful. And though we kissed her last goodbye, we knew we had to let her fly. The wisdom there. Some things can't be tamed or won. It really makes you think, doesn't it? What does it actually mean to love something without needing to possess it? To let go, not because you failed, but out of respect, out of understanding. It's a kind of liberation, really, for everyone involved.
And the second verse just doubles down on that untamed nature idea. It's like the world confirms it. The savannah sang her lullabies. Elephants walked with quiet pride, and in her eyes we saw the truth. The wild will always choose the wild. It's like this pull, this force you just can't argue with. You really can't. And it loops back beautifully to that second pre-chorus. It echoes the first, but maybe with even more weight. You can't hold thunder. You can't steal the flame. What we love the most sometimes is what we must unchain. It hammers home that idea, doesn't it? That real love, that selfless kind, sometimes asks for the hardest thing, release. Letting go so that thing or that being can be truly itself. Because holding on too tight, well, it can crush the very thing you adore.
And even after she's gone, physically gone, her presence lingers. The bridge talks about her journey continuing. Drums in the distance echo her name from Marat to Mount Kenya. She runs untamed. That's clear enough, but then this line, in the silence we still hear her roar, a part of her forever at our door. That suggests something deeper than just memory, right? What do you make of that lasting echo?
Well, what's really powerful there is this idea that a connection, even when the physical relationship ends, can leave this permanent mark, this influence. It shifts, from something physical, something you can touch, to something more spiritual, indelible. Her roar, even silent, is felt. It's a constant reminder, that untamed spirit of what she represents, and maybe a reminder of the mark that witnessing true freedom leaves on you. It's quite haunting in a beautiful way.
Yeah, haunting is a good word. And then the final chorus seems to bring it all back to the lesson learned. That line, every scar and every cry taught us when to hold or try. It suggests it wasn't easy. There was pain, struggle, but it led somewhere, to wisdom. So what's the big takeaway here after digging into these lyrics?
I think it really does all come together in that final thought, the wisdom summed up in the outro. So here's to the wild, to the wind and the flame, to the ones we love but never claim. This deep dive, it shows us that some beings, maybe parts of ourselves too, are just wild, born to run. And that real love, real understanding means seeing that, respecting it, honoring it, finding your own freedom, maybe not in holding on, but in that act of profound release, letting go.
That really is a powerful idea to wrestle with. How this story, told in a song, challenges our usual ideas about love, control, even our relationship with ourselves. So, something for you to think about as you go on with your day. Where else in your life might this idea resonate, this loving but never claiming? What could happen if you embrace the wild, that drive for freedom, for authenticity in others? Or maybe, just maybe, in yourself? Could that lead to a different kind of freedom altogether? Something to consider.